Have you ever wondered how your favorite cartoon characters come to life on screen? It's like a magical dance, isn't it? Well, that dance is called animation, a fascinating world where characters are not just drawn, but are given life and voice, where they can move, express, and tell stories that entertain, inspire, and sometimes teach us life lessons. But let's take a step back and imagine what animation is. Picture a flip book. You know, one of those small books where you flip through the pages quickly and the drawings seem to move. That's the very essence of animation. It's a series of images, each slightly different from the next, creating an illusion of movement when displayed in sequence. Now imagine instead of a flip book, we have a young child named Sam. Sam loves stories and he has a vivid imagination. He dreams of worlds filled with fantastical creatures, of adventures beyond the horizon, and of heroes and villains locked in epic battles. But there's one problem. Sam wants to share these stories, these worlds, and these characters with others. But he doesn't know how. Then one day Sam discovers the magic of animation. He realizes he can draw his characters, his worlds, and his stories. He can make them move, make them talk, and make them live. Suddenly Sam isn't just a child with a vivid imagination. He's a storyteller, an animator. He starts simple with a bouncing ball. Then he moves on to a walking stick figure, then a running dog, and before he knows it, he's animating epic battles between knights and dragons, heartfelt conversations between best friends, and the triumphant moments of his heroes. And that's the magic of animation. It's not just about creating moving images, it's about giving life to characters, to stories, to dreams. It's about taking what's in your imagination and sharing it with the world in a way that's tangible, engaging, and utterly magical. So you see, the magic of animation is all about bringing characters to life and telling their stories. Remember our young friend who discovered the magic of animation? Well, his journey is just beginning. Our young friend, brimming with curiosity and creativity, delved deeper into the enchanting world of animation. With the flicker of an idea, he began to experiment, drawing and doodling, sketching out characters that sprang from his imagination. There were dragons with iridescent scales, brave knights with shining armor, and mischievous pixies hiding in the shadows. Each character was unique, a reflection of our young friend's boundless creativity. As he breathed life into these characters, he also began to weave tales about them, their adventures and misadventures, their dreams and fears. He realized that animation was not just about creating characters, it was about telling their stories, about making them come alive on screen. With every passing day, our young friend learned more about the intricacies of animation. He learned about frames and how, when strung together, they created movement. He discovered the power of timing and pacing, and how they could make a scene more exciting or poignant. He experimented with colors and backgrounds, understanding how they could set the mood of a story. But it was not always easy. There were times when he struggled, when his drawings didn't turn out as he had envisioned, or when his stories didn't seem quite right. But with every setback, he only became more determined. He understood that every great animator, every great storyteller had faced challenges and had learned from them, and so, he persevered, fueled by his passion and his dreams. Slowly but surely, our young friend started to see progress. His characters became more expressive, his stories more engaging. He saw how his animations could make people laugh, could make them cry, could make them think. He realized that through animation, he could touch people's hearts, could share his ideas with the world. And so, our young friend began his journey, creating characters and telling their stories through the magic of animation. Now that our young friend has learned the basics of animation, it's time for him to create his masterpiece. The first step in creating an animation is designing the characters. Each character is a unique creation, from their appearance to their personalities. Our young friend starts with a sketch, a simple outline that slowly takes shape. He adds details like the character's hair color, their outfit, and even their expressions. Each detail is thoughtfully chosen to reflect the character's personality and role in the story. Once the characters are designed, it's time to develop the story. Our young friend starts with a basic idea, a seed that will grow into a sprawling narrative. He turns this idea into a storyboard, a visual representation of the story from start to finish. He carefully plans out each scene, deciding what his characters will do and say. The next step is to bring the characters and story to life through animation. This involves a series of frames, each one slightly different from the last, to create the illusion of movement. Our young friend uses his knowledge of animation to make his characters move and interact. He pays close attention to the details, ensuring that each movement is smooth and natural. Along the way he adds event characters, special characters that appear for specific events in the story. These characters add depth and excitement to the narrative, keeping viewers engaged and eager to see what happens next. Finally, our young friend adds the finishing touches. He fine-tunes the animation, adjusts the timing, and adds sound effects and music. Each element is carefully chosen to enhance the story and bring it to life. The process is long and requires patience and dedication. But as our young friend puts the final touches on his animation, he can't help but feel a sense of pride and accomplishment. He has taken an idea from his imagination and turned it into a reality, creating a story that is uniquely his own. With a little imagination and a lot of hard work, our young friend has created a masterpiece, telling a story that only he could tell. So, what happens next? Well, the magic of animation never stops. It's a journey that goes on, much like the stories our characters tell. The child's animation, the one we've been following, is now shared far and wide, bringing joy to others. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? The power of storytelling, the ability to create worlds, spark emotions, and inspire others, all from the tip of a pen or the click of a mouse. But perhaps the most wonderful part is this: the magic of animation doesn't just belong to a few gifted artists. It's in everyone. It's in you, me, and every child with a story to tell. It's waiting to be discovered, nurtured, and shared. So, pick up that pen, tap that screen, and let your imagination run wild, because the world is waiting for your story. And so, the magic continues, with every character, every story, and every child who discovers the power of animation.